Hey, Victory Life. We're here at our youth camp at Revolution Youth, and so we've been having a great time. We're here with our good friend, Pastor Jacob Sheriff. Jacob, just tell us a few things about what's been going on at camp and update the folks and let them know the 411.
Well, this is our second week at camp, and we've had about a little over 160 campers for the 2 weeks, and our theme this year is fractured, understanding that we are broken people from broken lives and have broken hearts, and we're in need of healing, but not just healing for ourselves, healing so that we can be a vessel of healing to the world. And so that's kind of been our theme, and Pastor Seth just got done speaking, and he did phenomenal. And one of the unique things we do at our youth camp is immediately following service, we get in small groups, and that's kind of what you see behind us here, is our small groups. And in those small groups, we talk about what God was doing and what God has said to them. And so that way it's not just a camp high and an emotional thing. Right. It's actual something tangible. It's getting with brothers and sisters and talking about what God said, helping understand what God said and how it applies to our lives. So that's kind of what we're doing, and that's what God's been doing. Man, it's just been awesome. We've seen kids saved. We've seen kids healed. And we've seen God really move in a lot of kids' lives. We've seen some real healing in their lives, not just physical, but emotional and spiritual healing in a lot of kids' lives. A lot of them come from really broken places and really hard lives, and it's just been awesome to see God move and God work. And we still got 2 more days of camp, so I'm excited about it. Well, we got 3. The 3rd day we send them home, and after 6 weeks of being here, I'm excited about this week. But I'm ready to get back home, so that's kind of where I'm at. But God's moving, and it's been great.
Well, let me ask you this: if some of the people that didn't know we had a camp want to send their kids next year, what do they need to be looking for? What do they need to do to maybe even prepare for next summer now?
Well, by Jubilee, we should have all of our camp dates for next year, 2011, and so I'm excited to see that. But the website for our camp, or Victory Life's camp, is campvictory.info. Campvictory.info. That has all of our information. Hopefully soon we'll be able to put a highlight reel together of what God's done this summer, and in us and through us. And hopefully by that time, by Jubilee, like I said, which is in 2 weeks, we'll have dates for 2011 so people can sign up immediately.
Okay.
So I want that to happen because every year it gets better and better, and I'm excited what God's doing this year and what He's going to do next year.
So Jubilee's in 2 weeks?
Jubilee is in 2 weeks.
So you're
something
coming
like 17 days or something like that.
So you're coming right out of camp going into Jubilee. What do you think Jubilee's going to be like this year?
Oh my gosh. This summer has been a real setup for Jubilee. I feel like I've laid a lot of things down, and I really feel like God's putting me in a position of a turning. And as in talking with other pastors, the pastors kind of feel the same way about the whole church, that we're kind of like at this transition period where we're not stalling, but we're hitting that top of the peak. Yep. We're at the peak, we celebrate, and we thank God for what He's done in our lives, but then we hear Him for the future. And I think at that point we're hitting a real momentum shift where that transition will take place, and God's really going to move. God's really going to work in our personal lives and our ministry, but then the whole church. I really believe that. And if people will come expecting for Jubilee, I'm convinced that He's going to move in their lives, and He will do something. So. And I think that that's not just us pastors individually, but that's something for the whole church. Yeah. And if you guys come and just come to celebrate and thank the Lord for what He's done and expect Him to move in our hearts and move in our lives, He'll move. He'll move. It's just, it's almost like just a guarantee. It's not, because we still have to believe, but it's just so many things pointing to that it's just like, man, if you'll just come expecting, I really believe God's going to move in our lives.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a new beginning. Even with things on our online church, this is kind of a new beginning to kind of what you were saying, that launching point forward. So it's definitely exciting. And one of the cool things is you're going to be able to log on to myvictorylife.tv. If you can't get here physically, you're going to be able to log on and see the day sessions, the leadership sessions, as well as the night services that I think are at 5 and 7:30. Yep. And we've got pre-show stuff. We've got our Pastor Joey McWilliams is going to be on talking about a lot of things. So you want to be sure to tune in. And so anyway, I appreciate your time, Jacob. We're excited about what's going on here at camp. All the kids' lives being changed. Yeah. And we're excited about what's going on in your life. And so keep logging on. Check out the blog and all the stuff here at myvictorylife.tv. And we will talk to you later.
See ya.